Welcome back to another episode of Net Talk. I'm Alex.
I'm Mitch. This is our 50th episode.
50th episode, and
couldn't believe it.
still don't know how to speak.
Yeah. Still don't know how to do an intro. Still don't know how to
Do it.
an
Close.
outro. And the outro is really bad.
Is the middle bit getting better at least in between those two sticks?
I reckon. We've got it to a decent formula.
Maybe. Still lots to go. So thanks for tuning in with us for 50 episodes.
It's weird because I was like, we haven't been doing this for a year. Because 52 weeks and a bit. Like we did that first period.
where
we did
chunked a couple
week.
episodes together.
Yeah, during AVL. Because I was like, damn, that went by really fast. And I was like, wait, it's only like August.
Yeah. Still got some time.
Anyways,
How's your week?
it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
This is a rare one.
Well, you've got 2 weeks to talk about because you are.
Hey, let's not. I'll get to why in a bit, but yeah, fine. Just, chipping away. Very eventful weekend at Empower, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, good round.
What about you? What is yours?
I got my sleigh is that we've picked like uni nats
We have.
time. So it's just locking in on making sure players commit, seeing how the actual team shakes out. If we can get a real dream team together.
Yeah.
Every year you always struggle. There's always so much talent. And then you have someone say, I don't want to play or I can't. So,
Or work or this or
yeah,
that.
but it's actually so tough this year to get to a team of 12, I think, on the men's and the women's. Because uni nationals restricts you to 12. Which is,
Yeah, and we did a big blunder on the women's side. We thought it was 13 for some reason because someone had said something about 13 and then we were not sure and then we were like, oh, okay, and then it was 12.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
13 is an odd number.
Yeah, I never thought it was 13. I knew it was 12.
Well,
It's
don't
it's
know.
such a funny distribution of positions. So, you kind of need people that will do multiple things.
especially for uni games. It's
yeah.
one of the things you just kind of need.
The shame. I don't know if I've had a shameful couple weeks.Maybe it's just uni's been back and I'm just back
you're
sitting
already
in class and I'm just sitting in a 3-hour class and getting a little zoned out across time. Just happens. You're a bit out of practice.
Fair enough.
Did have an assignment due week 2, which is crazy.
Did you do it?
Yeah. Day of.
Close enough. My slate is Kate got me some new Ugg boots. I haven't had Ugg boots in years, but I just don't really have anything to wear around the house when it's freezing.
And you're wearing them out. You're wearing
I'm
them
wearing
today.
them right now,
Have you
yeah.
taken them off since getting them?
Well, I didn't sleep in them. That would be really absurd. But yeah, so that's nice. My feet are thankful. Still oddly cold, but whatever. My shame can be last week's organisation for not doing the episode. It is, again, annoyingly my fault. That's been 3 times. 3?
Yeah, I'll blame you, even though I didn't really follow up
Yeah, it's fine.
at the start of the week. I was like, yeah, we'll be right. We'll record at some point.
To be fair, it was a good reason. God forbid I go and do some more coaching.
God forbid you're at Schools Cup from
Yeah.
8 a.m. through 6 p.m. every day.
No, it was later than that.
Yeah.
So I went to Schools Cup. I wasn't planning on it, so it wasn't in my schedule. So I didn't, because I got asked last minute, and then I was like, oh, yeah, why not?
Yeah. We can jump into how was Schools Cup?
Schools Cup was good.
It really
I haven't been in many years.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Schools Cup since 2022. So the way they're doing it now is a bit more quality orientated than just trying to cram in a lot of teams. So it's the last time they were playing around with that idea. This time it was I think every division was playing best of 5 and stuff, which hasn't been the case.
Yeah, it really clocked to me how big the comp had gotten because this was 3-day.
This was 3-day and they've split it over 2 weeks.
Yeah,
for
which was
age
I was
groups.
it's because normally it's Monday through Wednesday and then Wednesday through Friday. So there's a little bit of a cramped overlap.
Yeah.
But to spread it over multiple weeks was really good because now it's
Yeah, and I got some insight on why they're doing that, and I really like the reasoning, in the sense that it was year 7s, year 11s, and honors, and open honors. So the reasoning behind that is if you think about the distribution of participation, lots and lots of year 7s will play, but not many year 11s or year 12s will play because people drop out of volleyball at that higher level if they're doing other sports or they're doing schoolwork or whatever. And the participation sort of shows that. So they've tried to, in the past, it was like 7, 8, 9.
But that's the highest.
That's actually your highest participation in those groups. So putting them all on the same time is a bit silly. So it was good. And it made sense because if anyone who's been to Dandenong, like all the back courts and the side courts are all year 7 and all the centre courts are basically year 11s and opens. And it was really good. The only thing it's missing, which is probably just a byproduct of venue time and the way that these events are, is like the atmosphere of having lots of senior kids support senior kids. Because like year 7s are going to come watch, but they're not really going to be like the big energetic crowds that where you sort of, like you and I grew up with School Cup and it was like the senior age groups would go and it was pretty hectic. So maybe missing a bit of that, but yeah, it was really good. I was coaching Eltham, which was a first because it was like they were so far away from me, but I knew some of the team. That's why I got asked to go and coach. Ended up winning. Feels good.
Got to claim a medal.
Did get to claim a medal. I was tempted to bring it and pull what you did, just like whip it out, but I had some computer troubles.
Get any Schools Cup medals over your actual time as a player?
Yeah. No, our back in the day, our St. Paul's team was actually not bad. We had a couple of years where we were quite good.
Yeah.
I think we had one year where we did play honours and we didn't medal, but we played Div 1 and medalled pretty regularly.
Yeah.
We were the sort of school that had like, there was one year where we all played volleyball, but after that, it was like myself and another renegade actually. Yeah. We were like the only 2 players that played and we were just like setting each other. Yeah. Like that was the sort of vibe.
That's how like there's 2 extremes of Schools Cup.
It's like, one or the other.
It's one or the other. It's like you have a nice volleyball program and actually a lot of schools you start with like 30 people playing in year 7. So you have like 2 teams and then it just drops off. And then by year 12, there's 2 people that are playing outside of school.
Yeah. But the funniest thing about Schools Cup was, and for anyone who's been following the podcast all year will know, I've lost a lot of 5-setters this year. If you include P2, I've coached 11 5-setters and lost all of them. So the Eltham girls did really well day 1 and day 2, got into the semi-finals day 3, lost the first 2 sets against Maribyrnong. And I was like, and then they dominated the 3rd set and I was like, cool, we're going to 5. Got to the 5th set and I was like, man, I am not about to have some nasty deja vu. We won the 5th set. It was the first 5-set I've won all year. And one of the girls comes up to me because I also coach at Renegades. And she was like, gee, how does it feel to finally win a 5-setter? I was like,
it happens.
So reverse swept the semis and then actually also reverse swept in the grand final as well.
Risky business.
Frankston High. And that was a team where they had 2 really good players and the rest of them didn't really play volleyball that much. But it was a good game. So that was Schools Cup.
That was Schools Cup. Bigger than ever, which is good to see.
Yeah.
I had all my juniors skip training because they go, Schools Cup was so hard today.
Yeah, there was some good matches. The quality was high.
Yeah.
Some of your boys played for Maribyrnong and they won.
The Open. Yeah,
they
looked
really
pretty good. And it was good to see like some footage get out from that and whatnot because I'm not driving to Dandenong.
Oh, I had to.
Yeah.
Just thankful that, you know how like some schools, those who've coached, you'll know you have to like go to the school, get on the bus with the kids and all that sort of stuff. I was just like, I said to the guy who was organising, I was like, look, I'm happy to coach. Can we just, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, please don't make me drive all the way to the Eltham at 6 a.m. and then have to go back to Dandenong. Like, come on.
Let me just meet you there.
Yeah. Luckily, they were happy to do that. In other news, though, World Uni Games.
Yeah, a little bit delayed because it's now been a little while, but we thought still got to acknowledge the only Australian team that you could see on the official live stream.
Yeah, which is
in actual good quality.
So confusing.
Jed Walker and Ollie Merritt made it through to the quarterfinals of beach volleyball, the men's beach volleyball at World Uni Games. They unfortunately lost, but it was a really good game. Gave it a watch a little while ago now, so it's all escaping my brain. But they did look really good. I wonder if their pairing will hold strong through some other things. Probably not though, because they weren't partners before this. I don't believe they play with other people, so I think they will be going back to that.
They're regular partners.
Yeah, it was like hearing because I hadn't really realised that they're both within like top 100 in the world.
Yeah.
Which is just so good to see. The under 25 Australian pairings. I mean, actually, our other national teams are also pretty much under 25.
Yeah. The men's beach program is very youthful and very good.
Yeah.
Like it's looking very bright for the next few years.
To have so many teams in contention on world tour stages, which was then probably a point to bring up that I think tickets and other things are going on sale for Adelaide hosting the Beach World Championships, which is the big combination event, the final national event, the World Champs, Beach World Champs.
When is that?
In November.
Is it this year?
Yeah, it is this year.
I wasn't sure if it was this year or early next year, but I guess.
I believe, it's this year, 2025, 14th of November to the 23rd in Adelaide. You know, I was really considering making a drive across, but I'm just going to be over in Europe.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame. But it would have been really good to watch. So if you do have the chance to be in Adelaide, that would be a good time.
I mean, like how often does World Beach Champs come to Australia? Once every 3-4 years?
Well, we never get World Champs. We had Manly. We had the like
Futures event.
Yeah, the Futures and the World Tour event in Manly was really good.
Yeah.
However they get star ratings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that was a really good event. So Australia, because we have such a good beach scene and the beaches, and I guess our summer doesn't really overlap with the rest of the world.
That's not
they
what
can
I was
always
thinking.
fit it in the calendar for Australia. I reckon maybe.
No, that's right. Yeah, because I can't think of any other major beach countries
In the southern.
are in our hemisphere. Yeah.
And then another event that's been announced is Club Champs is in Perth.
I have a gripe with this.
That's a bit of a pain.
It's not even that. It's just like the timing of this event doesn't make sense to me. I love the event. 'Cause I've played in the event several times.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe with this event is the timing. It clashes with AVL. So like when you want your best clubs competing,
They're all at AVL.
they're all all the players are at AVL. So like
Unless you're in like a top 2 team for like 5 years and like none of your players get picked.
Yeah, man, that's actually a really fair point. That's a really fair point. Wow. Too real. But like, you know what I mean? Like what are we doing there? Like what's the goal of trying to put
squeezed
Australian
in that
club
calendar
champs
there
at the same time as an AVL where like, you know, no one's on a salary for AVL. Like everyone's playing club and AVL. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's most states' eligibility. Like you have to play club too, because that's ours, and I think it's Queensland's as well.
Be involved in the top divisions. It like there is a little bit of room. Like it feels like it could have been a couple of weeks earlier. Where yes, you're then losing AVL players from preseason, but they can miss a weekend.
Yeah. Me and another guy have spoken about like when the timing of this should be, and it's like I think you bite the bullet and do it. Honestly, like before everyone's state league, so like early in the year, similar to like an OPI, but like not obviously you don't want to clash with that as well.
Like a real league's preseason, every Italian league plus Liga does their preseason tournament, and you open it up just to the winning teams from the previous years.
You do that,
like top division,
or you do it like a schools cup, like you do it in like December, and like teams can have their postseason and do AVL, come back together, and then go and. You know, it's volleyball all year round, which I guess is the goal. But I think having it at the same time. But then the argument there is like, do you have it at the same time as beach? And like, I'm always on the side of beach and indoor are different.
Yeah, there isn't actually that much overlap. And people that overlap can make it work. Like you can do both, but by the time you're getting to that sort of senior level, people are sort of picking both. There are there's a couple beach players that'll play AVL. Yeah. But they're also going to play beach as soon as AVL's done and travel and whatnot. And
they'll prioritize what they want to do. Yeah. And if they want to do beach, they want to do beach. If they want to do that, like they'll do whatever. Like there's not a massive drawback to having them at the same. Like it's just like, what are you going to do about it? Like the seasons are the same. Like whatever. That's my take on club champs. I like the event. I just wish the timing made more sense. Especially now that it is in Perth for us. Like other states probably felt the same. They wouldn't come to us because it was like, well, you know, it's AVL. We're going to pay half the players doing that. Other half players are going to pay to go all the way over there. So Interesting. I'm curious to hear people's takes on that.
If they'll be going, if they'll be signing up.
Speaking of a real tournament, though,
What?
VNL is done.
It's wrapped up. So we missed the finals week of the women's, but it was pretty action packed.
It was cut and dry. I think
it was pretty obvious, actually.
Yeah, I think Italy were going in knowing they were going to dominate, and that is exactly what they went.
Maybe all the finals were pretty depressing in VNL this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, actually, the bronze medal matches might have been the more interesting matches.
I watched the men's bronze medal match because I was curious to see, because Brazil have had a massive lull over the last 6 to 8 years. And it's like Bernardinho is back now.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what does that team play like now that he's back with a different group of guys?
Yeah.
So I watched that game against Slovenia.
Yeah.
And that was honestly pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a lot better than the final.
Yeah. Yeah. The women's dream team, though, is dominated by the Italians for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So Alessia Oro, dream team setter, Paola Ogonu, dream team opposite.
No surprise.
Pretty big tournament from her. Miriam Silla as one of the outside hitters, and the MVP and dream team libero.
Yeah.
Monica Di Gennaro.
If you watch any of the Italians games, they are such a force at the net, attacking.
Yeah.
But it's purely because she keeps the ball alive enough for them to just have unlimited swings.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you watch them play, they just get the ball up and they're not giving you a free ball.
Yeah.
They're attacking the ball back.
I mean, it is proof of their defense and their out of system work watching that is probably also why their opposite and an outside is in the dream team with the setter, is because they play a lot through the sticks. Neither of their middles made it.
Yeah.
The other outside was doing everything for Brazil, and it was Gabby.
Yeah.
Which is
fair.
Yeah. And their middle, Julia Cudias.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I think she's she's a younger middle because
she tied the all-time VNL record for most blocks, was what I remember seeing.
Cornelia, who is the Polish middle.
dream team middle.
She's an outrageously good middle.
Yeah.
This is one of the few dream teams I've seen on the women's side that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I don't think you can disagree with any singular pick, and I can't think of another one to replace any of them.
No.
Because none of the Turkish players...
They just didn't have a good outing.
They just had a bad tournament.
Yeah, Vargas was bad this tournament. Even what's her name? I'm going to butcher it. The middle for Turkey, the young one that's really good that she did her knee before the Olympic cycle. Can't remember, but she had a really bad tournament as well.
Yeah.
They just didn't have a good outing. And they're normally people you would see on the MVP list, on the dream team list and stuff like that. Alessia Ora is an outrageously good setter. She's easily, I think, the best setter on the women's side at the moment as well. The men, though, was boring. It was really
the men's final was depressing.
Because, and this our group chat was going off because it was I didn't say this because I said it to someone else because it was funny because, I found it funny. I've sent a message and I was like, good to know that even at the highest of high levels, people still fuck up a rotation slip.
Oh, my God.
Because Italy started the second set in, the rotation was butchered. It was terrible.
Yeah.
They had accidentally switched.
They had middle trailing setter and passing ahead of setter.
But only for half of the, So
only
there is
the front one. They had Gianelli and Micheletto switched.
Yeah.
Two guys that arguably were already having a stinker.
Yeah.
That first set from the get-go, I was amazed it was as close as it was, the first set, because Italy looked bad the whole time during that first set. And Poland weren't doing a whole lot outside of Leon and Semeniuk. Leon, I think, had hit 6 kills out of his first 7 balls, and Semeniuk was doing so much just to find the floor that no one else was really doing much. Sasak kind of had no impact on this game. Kokonowski didn't do too much either through the middle, but
he was still just solid. Whereas no one on the Italy's side was solid.
There was a lot of bad.
It was just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person on the Polish side that was bad, well, he wasn't. He was bad. He was in negative efficiency for most of the game. Was Sasak, the new young opposite. But yeah, it's just I have some really hot takes on this Italian team that will anger some people. And the first one is that Gianelli needs to go. I'm sorry. Spertoli is straight up better. He's just better. I don't care that he's not 2 meters 10. Spertoli is better. I'm sorry.
It was really funny because Gianelli is a very angry man. Yeah. And we had Liam Sketcher was on the commentary, really great like game calling. And there was a funny moment there. His partner that was game calling with him was like, Gianelli turns around and is yelling at his team about not picking up a tip and he's throwing his arms and he's definitely cussing them out. And it's like, Gianelli's just telling them they can't let that happen again. He's riling up the team, bringing them together. And I'm like, no, he's yelling at them.
Yeah, he's having a spray. Which, like, at that level, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I do think like that isn't going to help you in that moment. Like,
he wasn't helping on the court either.
He was bad.
A little bit of pulling the hands from the net, a little bit of fist blocking.
Yeah. And there was one moment in the third set where it was like sealed the deal, like get him off the court. Where I think it was Romano had hit a really Romano come into the game. He didn't play the first 2 sets because Rychlicki was on.
Yeah.
Romano's hit a good ball down the line. Poland overpassed it, and Gianelli thought that was the time to go and hit that ball on one from backcourt, mind you, and just like wailed it out. And it was like, what was the like?
It's probably like we talked about the depth of these two teams at the moment. That Poland has a lot of depth. A lot of these players are in the league together. Because I was even thinking about Komenda. I've watched like parts of him through VNL.
Yeah.
And he looked so good in this Polish team. And then realised it's because he plays with Leon at Lublin. Is Semenyuk at Lublin? Oh, Sazak is at Lublin as well.
Sazak is at Lublin.
So I was like,
Semenyuk is...
He's in
where was
Italian
he?
league, isn't he? Maybe.
No, he was in... Oh, he was in Perugia.
He was at Perugia last year?
This was his last year.
Yeah.
I think he's somewhere else.
But it's like they have so much depth throughout the tournament. They ran through other people. And there's bench players that didn't play in this final that are still really good. Salzburg and Besnors.
Not to mention... Fornal didn't play.
Yeah, Fornal
ankle
injured.
or something.
Yeah, it happened.
Slivka's not like he wasn't traveling this year. He had a summer off.
Yeah.
So it's like, and this is the comparison that people have made comments on and that I really agree with. If you look at the way Poland manage depth, they regularly move the puzzle pieces around to get people playing and integrate into the squad.
Yeah.
Italy just have A and B, and the B guys don't really play. Then the A guys just play.
And I wonder if that's why they did not trust their B guys,
Yeah.
but their A guys were not there. And I honestly, as someone sitting on a couch, would have said I would have subbed 4 out of their 6 starters.
Yeah.
I would have maybe left the middles. Like Galassi was fine. He didn't get used that much because the passing was bad. Enzani was like a 0 on offense, but his blocking was good.
Yeah.
But then it's like you had Botolo on the bench who was amazing through some games of VNL.
Yeah.
Bring him on. And I was even thinking, like, I would have brought him on for Lavia, even though Lavia on a stat sheet is the best attacker for Italy in this game. He looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
And maybe that threw off Michieletto and he sucked as well. But, like, then take Michieletto off and put Luca Porro on.
Yeah, Luca
Make some
Porro,
change.
like Spertoli, Luca Porro and Botolo, honestly...
Yeah.
That's enough youth and firepower to get you something different.
Yeah.
It may not get you the win, but it's going to give you something different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. It was, so, yeah. Now I've had my rant about Gianelli going into the All-Star. Of course he gets set up. And I just don't understand it.
I mean, he did have a good, if you add up all the games, he had good games. Like he was the best setter on the men's side probably because there's not.
Was he though?
I don't know. The setters side on the men's isn't really
It's not as stacked as it
starstruck.
normally. Like Dzeko was there a little
some of
bit.
it maybe, yeah.
He was there for like a week or 2.
Yeah.
Sakita wasn't there. Christensen wasn't there.
Yeah.
Makamar didn't really play that much.
It doesn't look good when your attackers are all negative efficiency.
Yeah.
Like Komenda is not a big enough star for the Polish team to look good, but he's like fine. Like
the guy went on and set a gold medal match.
Set perfect, but like it's not big things that get a voter or get coaches to notice and go, we have to actually think about them.
Yeah.
Versus Gianelli, if you're playing him, you actually have to have a game plan
Around
for him,
yeah.
which probably gets him the vote.
You know what I would have rathered? This is another hot take.
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared to take it. Give me Simea Nikolov.
That's a rubbish take. He took a week off too. So,
there's got to be a better way to
evaluating setters is pretty hard because even
did Gianelli get that award because he's a big setter who can block and hit and set and serve.
Yeah.
Or what is the setting?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, I only watched 2 or 3 Italian games and the final, and I was like, man.
He looked good across the regular tournament. Okay. It's just in the final, all of the sets were dropping inside, off the net. Yeah. They were actually bad.
Yeah.
Like even Micheletto was throwing a fuss every now and again, which surprised me that he was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The out-of-system ball was pretty bad too. The other, next up, like Sasak got the opposite, dream team opposite.
To be fair, everyone had mentioned that he, other than the final, played a phenomenal VNL season.
He held a lot more of the load of Poland throughout the whole thing, except for just that final.
Which is interesting because, Leon only came in like week 4, week 3?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like before then he was like the guy.
Yeah.
Because it was
before then he was hitting 11 kills a game. Across the season, he opened up at the start of the season with like 18 kills in each game in the first week.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Which is Sasak. Like, he is really good. It just was quiet for the final. He wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Then the two outsides, Leon had a massive final.
He did.
He was looking really good. And I was actually thinking, because I was like, everyone always talks about how old Leon is. He's not actually that old. He's 31.
Yeah, that's in his prime.
And I was like, he's got a lot more time in him because I think I saw someone talk about like, who's the next pass hitter up after Leon? They've got to start lining that up. And I was like, you still have 5-6 years. Like he can keep going.
But also
if
like
his body holds up.
Thomas Fornal is fairly young. So is Bednosh is a bit older. Slivka's, I don't know if Slivka's 30 yet.
Yeah. They've got options. And
they got heaps of options.
Yeah. And then the other outside who didn't really have a big game in the final was Micheletto.
To be fair, but the same comparison can be made of Sasak is like he was largely the reason Italy got to the final.
Yeah.
Someone else was talking to me about like that final was probably the worst Micheletto has played in a long time.
Yeah.
Which like for someone who is...
Because he's just tremendously consistent at actually winning points.
When you're saying that someone who is 22 or 23 years old and that's the worst game they've played in a gold medal match at the VNL, it's kind of like, wow, you have really high standards for like it's good for him, but it's rough.
He did just finally get called for a couple lifts, here and there.
Deserved. They were bad. They were straight up bad.
A little extra to him. The two dream team middles, Kokonowski, the Polish captain, who
I've always liked Kokonowski. I've always thought he's really, really solid in the middle. Yeah. And then Kozamernik, who he was our big fantasy pick.
Yeah.
When we did fantasy, we were both like, this guy's sick.
He's been good.
And then the Brazilian libero, I never know how to pronounce it.
I was going to leave you to say that one.
I was hoping you would say it.
Damn it. Micah Nascimento.
I'll go with that. That sounds fun. I watched a little bit of the Brazil game. Brazil looked back in form. Yeah. I think the difference between the Bernardinho style of coaching and whoever they had before that, when Brazil had their massive lull, when he said it, is if you watch them play, like Honorato's playing and stuff, and a lot of people have largely criticised him for being a bit shorter and not as good and all these kind of things, but he's on the team now as the starting left side with Lucarelli.
Yeah.
But like you watch the way they play, and it's like, the way that you could describe it is like they are just relentless in the attack. Like they now just find ways to attack when they have no right attacking off of that out-of-system ball or this or that, but they just find ways now. And they look really, really good. They look like, I'm not going to say old school Brazil because old school Brazil is like terrifying. But like they're looking a little closer.
Yeah. I didn't watch enough of them across the actual whole tournament, but
I watched a couple.
They went back to
I like Bergman.
Yeah.
I really like Kachopa. He's just cool.
And Darlan's looking good. He's slotted in. I'm excited to watch his club season next year.
Actually, that was something this is probably the most consistent I've seen Alan. Alan, because he's the starting opposite at the moment. And I think for years he's not been that consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's quite young. Oh, is he? I don't know if he's that young anymore. Someone correct me on that.
He's 31.
How old's Darlan then?
They're both actually up there in the top 20 of attackers. So it's great to have both your opposites in the top 20 attackers.
Wow.
Darlan's 23.
Oh, yeah, right. Pretty handy then.
Pretty handy.
I just remember he came on as like a late 6'2" sub and just belted a ball, like basically OT a triple block. And it was like, that's pretty impressive.
And then did we say, Kokonowski got the MVP as well?
We didn't, but I think that's a good award. I like it, yeah.
And then I think Liam Sketcher brought it up in like the post-game chit-chat. And it kind of rung in my head. I was like, it is crazy that he is the captain of this Polish team.
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like there's so many
options.
Yeah.
But he was there the most. Because I don't think Fornal and Semenyuk and Bednorsh were there the first couple of weeks. You didn't have any of the other senior guys. Like I don't know where Huber is. I think he took some time off to sort out his ankle. Who was the Bieniek wasn't there. I think he was taking some time off as well. So I guess like he probably was the most senior player that was there
that's been around
a while. Like until Leon and all those guys come back mid-tournament.
Yeah, I guess you can't switch captains mid-tournament.
You probably
just ride. You want to ride them.
I mean,
trust them.
Yeah, you just want to go the whole time.
But a pretty good VNL this year.
But now we're into
World Champs.
World Champs straight around the corner. I think it starts in like 3 or 4 weeks.
I think it's end of September.
Oh, I thought it was
early September. Maybe. There's so much international volleyball.
Well, it's just like one of those years where
everything's
there is a lot. Because Friday 12th of September to Sunday 28th. That's men's.
Yeah, I think Fornell will be back for that. Actually, the coach said it was a 10-day sort of.
Yeah, he didn't
injury.
smash his ankle. It was just a small like niggle, I think.
But it wraps up with the Italian women winning another medal. Poland winning another VNL. I think it's like their 9th VNL medal.
Yeah,
it might not be their 9th to win. It might just be their.
But
9th
in
medal.
recent years, they've won a lot. Like between them and France, the last few.
Oh well,
years.
it's since being actually defined as VNL, which would have happened in
2018.
Yeah.
2017 was when
World League or
the women's World Champs starts at the end of this month, 22nd of August. That's where I got that date from.
so soon.
I think we can watch that on VBTV and YouTube.
Ooh.
Need to find that out. We will maybe cover some of that. All right, State League time.
State League time. Covering a couple rounds. We're jumping through, powering through round 16 and 17.
Yeah, we got to. Start with the men's round 16.
We had Latrobe and Monash opening us up. Monash winning 3-0. I think a couple of weeks ago it was relatively straightforward that those Latrobe guys are still just trying to get over that hump against a top team, but Monash is
they're pretty
undefeatable at the moment.
Yeah, they're pretty good at the moment. And then you guys in Phantoms?
We played Phantoms, and this was a big focus for us as we may be playing them in the first week of finals.
I think
very likely it'll be that 4th v 5th playoff.
I think it looks like it'll be the case.
And we felt good. 3-0 win, but that second set was 28-26. I remember being point for point. It was just a bit of just making sure that we were doing everything right. We were a little short-staffed, so if anything went wrong, we would have been in strife. Like we had our 8 guys or 9 guys.
Is that all you had?
I think it was 9 or 10. 10. Maybe we had a spare pass hitter and our 2 spare middles. But we didn't have a spare opposite, so I had to play good.
You should have told me. I would have kitted up.
I found I'm finding my form for the end of the season, you know.
In classic Alex Bye fashion.
We had our team dinner on Saturday night, and I don't know if you had seen, I got a rename in the group chat.
I did see the rename.
From MIP, because
most improved to most regressed.
Most regressed
that
player.
Is really funny.
Which happens, you know, I can turn it around. It still happens. Bit of incentive.
That award will either stick or leave depending on the rest of the season.
Yeah. Phew. And then Eastside Heidelberg was the next game up, a 3-0 win for Heidelberg.
This was the day of 3-0s.
Yeah, it
There's
really
not a
was. Across the board, all across the board on the men's side. Dandenong 3-0ing VFUM as well.
Good on the Dandenong boys.
Good on Dandenong getting a nice clean win.
Shout out to the Kmart coach for getting the boys 3-0 win. We love that.
And
No more 5 sets.
pretty comfortable set margins in that game, so they must have had a control. And then the second side of a Phantoms doubleheader, they played Mazenod and they won 3-0, maybe with a little incentive from.
We're feisty after.
Yeah.
Getting,
But they're good. They're going to be tough in finals. That Phantoms team, they've got a few different players who can step up at times.
Yeah. And then going to round 17 for the men. This was the round just gone on the weekend.
A few more 3-1s, not really. No, five
setters. Yeah.
But Phantoms Dandenong kicked us off. Phantoms winning 3-1. So Dandenong taking a set from one of the top sides. They've done that a lot this season, so they're
figuring it out.
Yeah, they're separating themselves from the bottom of the ladder by taking stuff off the top teams.
And it's all honestly good prep for the following season.
Yeah.
Like we'll talk later about like what my team is doing now, like what our plan is moving forward.
Yeah.
When you know you're not making finals, you can't just not go and play. Like you have to go and play and go.
Yeah, you can't look like Italy in that third set where you're just standing there going, "Can we forfeit?"
There's to be no giving up. Heidelberg won against VFUM 3-0. It's probably expected. VFUM haven't had a great season. They'll be looking to regroup, I think, at the end of this. And then there was you guys.
There was us against Cobras.
In power.
A little bit of vintage net talk between the net. Chit-chat came out this game. A little bit of history, the Renegades versus Cobras was the final for so many years.
Legitimately 4 or 5 years?
100%. But it was like they got the set off us, which we didn't really want to happen if we wanted to try and steal third. So we are probably stuck in fourth because we had a bit of a lax third set against this Cobras team.
The young guns.
Yeah, man, their second pass hitter can hit a ball and was tearing us up on pipes. He actually ran a lot more pipes than we expected, probably. And you say young guns, but I think Stocky dominated this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On the left side, just playing around blocks, whatnot. He had our number for a lot of this, but we were able to just be
clean it up after.
Clean and consistent in bring it back onto our terms. I think it was the first ribbing I got for having a podcast.
So, really?
Yeah, got a little comment saying, is that what? Because me and Henry both touched the ball at the same time, or supposedly, according to the ref after the game, I hit it into Henry. They said, is it going to go on the podcast?
And you were like, yes.
I was like, yeah, probably. I can mention it. And then they missed a serve after that.
So you were like, I'm going to mention that as well.
Yeah, and then I missed a serve to lose that third set.
Alex.
We were down by 5 points. I wasn't serving 5 times.
I don't know, I've seen you go on a run once or twice. A few years ago, though.
Much regressed for a reason.
Before you got the MRP reward.
Yeah. Next up was Mazenod versus Monash.
Mazenod taking a set?
Taking a set.
Love that.
I think they had a few of their guys back in this game. So they are pretty fiery on offense when everyone's swinging.
And when they get that first touch, because Monash are a really good serving team. So they obviously did that pretty well for a set and then potentially just couldn't sustain.
Yeah.
Yarra proving that they're top of the group against Latrobe, similar sort of thing to last week.
This was a game the Renegades guys were kind of watching because if Yarra dropped a set, it would have made
a bit of a difference.
Third that we could have potentially stolen if you did do all the math on the ladder. But since we dropped a set, it was sort of out of reach. But they also didn't look super challenged in this game based on score lines. I thought Latrobe could get it done, get a few sets from them, maybe.
Should have sat on the coaching bench and really give them some advice. And then Eastside and Phantoms at the end of the day. Phantoms looking pretty clinical, got it done in 4. That is round 17.
Perfect. And then on the women's side,
there's been plenty of drama.
There's been lots of close matches.
So in round 16, starts off was a really high quality 5-set match between Heidelberg and Yarra. Yarra getting it done. I was there for some of this. It just looked like Yarra got a little bit too comfortable and maybe played some, just like a bit relaxed, like a little bit relaxed about it. And then Heidelberg took advantage and then came in 1 sets 2 and 3. Yarra came up 1 sets 4 and then went 1 sets 5. I think once Yarra figure it out, because they've been to 5 a couple of times with some teams that like maybe they shouldn't have. Once they switch that 6th gear in, they're pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, so they're winding up for their finals time.
Yeah.
This has got to be a bit of a boost of confidence that you're coming up against the top team and you're able to sneak it from them. So if you get an unlucky matchup in that round 2, like it's doable. It's all within reach.
It's always doable.
When it's the issue of single elimination finals.
Yeah. But good on the Heidelberg girls for proving that they can take it to the top because their place in the final 6 was sort of in question, but getting these extra sets against Yarra will be really handy for them moving forward. Then the next game was us. We lost to Phantoms in 4 sets. A little bit of context behind this game. We were missing half of our team until set 3 because another game in another venue went delayed and then because there was we had half our team's under 19s and a coach and a coach as well. And that was like wildly delayed. But, you know, we just we're in that planning growth phase where it was like, we don't care about the result. We just want to go and get what we need to get so we can move into next season.
It's also almost okay to shake it out a little bit, you know.
It was good. And some people got to play out of position for this. And
you put in a wrong lineup.
I didn't put in a wrong lineup. I certainly put some people where they haven't played before though. And you know, they did really well. And Phantoms proved that if you give them the opportunity, they're really good. They got a couple of really good young hitters that when you get them firing, they look really, really good and terrifying. Next game was VFAM and Latrobe. VFAM on the women's side really figuring it out. And I think they're chasing 4th, trying to get the easier final matchup.
Yeah, they're in 4th at the moment, tied with Heidelberg in 5th on points and wins. So it's up for grabs. Same amount of games played. This last round coming up will matter.
I have made the comedic joke, I guess, that we were the team that always went to 5 sets, but it's actually Monash.
Yeah.
I would love to see, I'll probably look at it right now, actually.
Yeah, just give their name a little click and see how many times.
How many times they've been to 5. So.
The last 3.
Yeah, wait.
4, last 4 weeks.
Wait, hold on.
And then a few weeks earlier, 5.
So we got
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the same amount of times as us. They've won a few more than we have. Anyway, so I went to 5 with Cobras. Cobras, retaining their place in. Well, I think they were never out of contention.
Yeah, there was no way of them getting knocked out of 6th, but
yeah, I guess it's up for grabs whether they could sneak into 5th or not. But probably not since Heidelberg was stolen sets.
They're 2 wins behind.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're just locked in that 6th place.
Yeah.
Gives them a Monash matchup week 1 of finals, which will be a tough one, but you just went to 5.
It happens.
You just went to 5 against Monash, so
twice.
In 2 weeks' time, you can do it again.
Yeah. And then Phantoms finished the day with a 3-1 win over Mazenod.
Yep.
And that wraps up round 16.
Round 17, 2nd of August, we had Dandenong 3-0 Phantoms. Important probably for their set percentage to separate them in 1st. Or actually, they're sitting 2nd at the moment
think they
on the ladder.
Will stay second pending the last round.
No difference between 1st and 2nd, really.
No.
Oh, actually, at all.
Yarra actually have one more win than Dandenong. But bylaw violation, really stinky. The next game was us. This was Latrobe and Renegades. This game went to 5 at Empower.
1-1. You won a 5-setter.
You wouldn't believe the amount of messages I got say, congrats on finally winning a 5-setter. And like, fair enough.
Pretty sure I just said 1 of 7.
Yeah, well, so after Schools Cup in the week when I won those 2 5-setters with the Eltham girls, several of the girls were like, oh, you're never going to win. You're never going to lose another 5-setter after this. And then to this, it's true.
That's what they say. 8th time's the charm. you learn.
Actually, it's like 14th. Yeah, this was a good game. This was, again, just like we played positions based on what we're going to move into next year, feeling it out. Latrobe played really well, pushed us really hard. This was a good, entertaining match.
Yeah.
at the Empower.
It was actually so nice having
the whole club there.
the whole club there, courts next to each other. Like, we were playing
Yeah.
at the same time,
Yeah.
but when you're rotating through the bench, I just get to stand
And
in the
watch a
girls'
little bit.
bench and look, because we were on the same side of the court too. Worked
Yeah.
out well. So a bit cheering. It looked good.
But-
looked like there was a bit of service pressure coming from Latrobe, which was
Yeah, they were going and hitting the ball really well from the baseline. It was just funny in the Prem 2 games earlier. The Prem 2 men got it done so fast that we were entering our second set. They'd already done. So we had the whole stadium to ourselves for like 2.5 sets after that.
God.
And then the next one, the most surprising result of the day was Monash again going to 5 sets with Mazenod, however losing. So this is Mazenod's first win of the season. So good on them for figuring it out in what has probably been a massive grind for them.
Yeah, and probably
Doing it to
showing that
Monash.
they haven't actually been far off this whole season because they are getting a win against the top team.
Yeah.
So it is just like rolling the dice. It fell in the right way finally. But they've had some good pressure this whole season.
Yeah, I agree. It's good for them to, no one wants to go through a season winless. So good for them to get the win against Monash, no less. I have questions about Monash. Like, they're loving going to 5. I wonder how, I think the word I would use is they're missing a sense of urgency in a lot of the games that they play. So whoever comes up against them in finals, it's like, oof.
Yeah, maybe it'll pop back in
Maybe.
finals time because at the moment you get to sit and know the ladder's not changing.
Yeah, true.
So you might lose a little bit of that urgency, but it'll come back, no doubt.
Yeah, we hope so, for the sake of a good final. Heidelberg beating VFUM 3-1. And then Phantoms losing to 5 against VIP. VIP winning in 5, which is a good result for them. These two teams play quite similarly. Like VIP have also quite a young team with a couple of good young outside hitters that when they get firing, they look really good. And then my assumption was that was sort of the thing that happened here. Also Phantom's second game of the day. So that's always
Tough.
good context, I guess. So now... next round.
Big wrap up of 2 games.
Yeah. So now round 18. We'll start with the women.
Yeah, round 18 on the women's side, ladder on the women's side is pretty set. So as a preview, I don't think anything is really grabbable
Yeah, nothing.
or shiftable, but except for that 4th and 5th slot. But if the 4th and 5th swap doesn't change that first week matchup anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be between. Yeah, it depends on, I guess, if Heidelberg can beat Monash this week or not. So from the top, VFUM are playing Dandenong at Empower at 12:30. Yarra are playing VIP at
Dandenong?
Dandenong 12:30. Renegades playing Cobras at 2:30 at Empower. Monash playing Heidelberg at 2:30 at Dandenong. VIP playing Mazenod at 4:30 at Dandenong. And our match of the week is VFUM and Dandenong.
Which I think is a good little preview, 4th versus 2nd.
But VFUM really proving that as the season has progressed, they have gotten really, really good. This is probably just a big question mark of like, can they take it to a team like Dandenong at this moment right before finals?
For last chance, prove it. Give yourself a little bit of
A preview.
going, this is what we actually need to do. Because you kind of need to have figured out, like, you need 5 attackers firing.
Yeah, and I think that is VFUM specifically. That's probably their biggest weakness is they maybe don't have the caliber of attack compared to some of the other top teams, but their defense is well and truly probably the best. So that is the question mark: is can they go and score against a team
and
like Dandenong? So I think that would be a really good match if you can get down to Empower and go have a look at that. On the men's side, though,
The men's side, the top 6 is also everything is set for finals.
there's no potential upset.
There's no potential upset. There's no changes at all. Actually, if Cobras win and East Side loses, they'd be tied on wins losses. So that 6th place is up for grabs. But I think I looked at this the other week and East Side probably I think they cleared based on their set percentage. But maybe that is potentially actually up for grabs. Sorry. So that if East Side loses, Cobras win, Cobras will be in that 6th place potentially. Depends on that set percentage.
So the two matches to watch then are going to be interesting because Eastside played Mazenod, so that's quite winnable.
Yep. At 12:30 at Dandenong.
But also Cobras play VFUM, which is also quite winnable for them.
So if Mazenod can upset Eastside and Cobras do what they probably should and win against VFUM, it's up to set percentage.
Yeah.
Which is good to see right at the last hurdle. But it's not actually our match to watch this week because we're just going to – this is why I personally think first and second sucks.
Yeah, no, go on.
Because the way the fixture works, quarterfinal or first week of finals is first versus second.
Yeah.
Yes, the loser gets a second chance, but say you both win that next week, which is what first and second should theoretically do.
Yeah.
You come back and just play each other again in a grand final, which means you're playing each other twice in 3 weeks.
It also means, and we've discussed this, that first, second match, the fact that one of you has a second chance, that match kind of means nothing.
Yeah.
Like really it means nothing.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you play each other twice in 3 weeks. If you're Heidelberg and Monash, you're playing each other 3 times in 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks,
because that is our match to watch. It's the finals preview, 1v2.
Yeah.
Last round of the season, Heidelberg undefeated. Monash 1 loss to Heidelberg.
Yeah.
So can Monash give Heidelberg a loss?
Yeah.
Finish with the regular season top of the table?
Or does Monash lose and Heidelberg's chances of going through undefeated become increasingly higher?
Yeah.
Because it's on the cards. Like,
it's the last round. So if they win, they get a clean slate season, which would be
the first
in a while, probably in a long time.
I think the only other team in recent memory to do it was Cobras. The year that 2018, I believe, we didn't win against them once, but then 2019 we did beat them.
And we would have had a clean slate season in that 22,
Yeah. And yeah.
Or 21.
Well, 2020, 2021 and 2022.
Whichever one we had that half season and it was like
2021.
We had a very front-loaded fixture and I remember being like, well, this is a good season.
I mean, 2020, our team was stacked and then COVID happened, so what happened?
Happens. Don't hold on to the past. But that's our match to watch. Heidelberg versus Monash. That's your finals preview, 1v2.
Yeah.
If you're at Dandenong at 2:30, you definitely got to give it.
And we had to give them the match of the week this time because this is the first time in probably the whole season Monash aren't playing at Monash.
Yeah.
Everyone at Dandenong can finally watch Monash.
They've had a lot of matches of the weeks. This one is probably the most important one.
Yeah.
Or actually, it probably still doesn't matter because you're still going to finish second. But it's important because maybe you don't want to show all your cards, but you've got to show Heidelberg that you can beat them.
The only good thing about this is what you and I both want, which is series-based finals.
Yeah.
This is kind of emulating some kind of best of 3.
That they're playing 3 times.
Yeah, they're going to be playing
if they can win, yeah.
Yeah. Because, series-based finals would be sick for the league. Is it doable right now? Like, probably not. But, like, you get to watch the 2 top teams battle it out and make genuine changes at the training during the week and then come back different and
rather than you're thinking about when we played them 8 weeks ago, this outside had a pretty good game, this one had a bad game, but you just
change it up and then it's different and it's good and it's entertaining.
And then the last game of the day we didn't talk about is Renegades versus Latrobe. Fair few of the uni games guys. That will have to be testing.
I imagine it will just be quite an entertaining game for you guys. Bit of chat.
Went to 5 last time.
True. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us for another week. This is a little bit overtime, but we had a lot of catching up.
Oh, so much VNL and so much catching up. But
yeah, good fun.
It's been good at the international stage, watching so much is available on VBTV to watch.
This has been annoyingly, and we've said this several times, and this can regularly stay in my shame box where it's like,
haven't watched enough.
Well, this is the one year where it's like super accessible. It's the most accessible it's ever been, and I've probably watched the least amount of volleyball.
Yeah.
Like it's because last year I consumed
a
silly amount of volleyball. This year I just have not had the time.
Yeah.
So I'm annoyed. But there's an off season for a reason. I'll catch up.
But you're going to watch games from 6 months ago?
Absolutely. I regularly go back and watch
the 2024 Olympic gold medal match breakdown.
No, definitely not. There's a match I keep going back to. I think it's the 2023 VNL final between Poland and maybe the USA, because that was a banger of a match. It just keeps popping up in my feed too. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. I can watch this.
Another.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Stay tuned for the wrap up of this season of the VVL season.
Close enough.
Because it's finals time in a week.
It's so exciting.
This week is the last week of regular season matches, and then it's do or die.
Yeah.
Except for first and second, who get a useless second chance.
Whatever. All right. We'll catch you all there.
See ya.